in the upper right with conservative orthodox play. He is
SK Telecom T1 Rain.
And up here in the upper left, the forgotten champion. He is
My Insanity Jakji.
All right, let's take a look at where we're at, Tasteless, on this map right now, in these spots.
Yep.
This is pretty good for Jakji. The back of Rain's base is exposed, so dropping is going to be a little bit easier. So that's the one thing positionally we can say about this. Now, what builds are these guys going to actually end up opening with? Is Jakji going CC first?
It wouldn't be a bad idea to do on this map.
He is, and
out of all the CC first maps, this is the one.
And it looks like Rain is actually going to scout in the wrong direction, so as good an opening as Jakji can get.
Yep, Jakji with a little bit of a lead based off the chance here that Rain did not scout in the right direction. This map is so big, and it's 4 players, so by the time Rain does get there, he will not be enough time for him to make the proper adjustments to punish Jakji for this greedy opener.
And the thing is, Rain doesn't normally try to punish people. Every now and then he'll mix it in. But he's doing a very nice build here, Tasteless. The gateway into expansion. It's like a mixture. It's not quite Nexus first. It's not quite as risky as that. But it's still very economical. It's one of my favorite builds for this map for sure.
And we have Jakji just throwing up the 2 barracks here. This is very standard, and I do like Rain's build a lot. Yeah, it's not quite as greedy as Nexus first, but you're still getting that expansion up right away.
Oh, it's a very solid opener.
No, Rain has still not actually found Jakji yet. He's going to come up this ramp here, and he'll end up getting confirmation that in fact Jakji is in the upper left. But by the time he does get over there, he's going to find out that Jakji has the slightest lead here. Yeah. Luckily, Rain did not go for some very simple 1 base build that wouldn't allow for a proper all-in. Like if you, let's say, got the gateway and then the core up, and then later on got the Nexus up.
Well, then he'd just be feeling bad about himself.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to tell us a lot about Jakji. Is he about to add a 3rd Rax? Okay, he's actually going to go into 2 gases immediately. Okay, this isn't bad. Like if he added the 3rd Rax, that's where I start to get sad for him. But he's all right. Rain sees the quick command center, but let's talk about the 2 gases versus adding the 3rd Rax. Like the 3rd Rax is as standard as you can get. It's going to give you enough Marines that you're going to hold all sorts of attacks that are going to be able to come. But he's skipping that. Like either getting after the 2 Rax a command center, or getting the gases is going to be a better choice against Rain. Like you have to be greedy in certain ways, like tech up quicker. That can be a situation where that could pay off, or just get quicker additional command centers. And he's choosing to grab the eBay and an add-on of each. So it looks like we're probably just going to have a pretty quick aggression from him with stim and +1 and all that.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Might try to just get that Nexus cannon triggered, anything like that he can do early on here. Now, Jakji does get the late scout here, but he's going to get all the intel he needs. By the way, no real tech pattern revealed yet for Rain. So we're just kind of have to wait. I think he'll probably throw up some more gates and a robo here. There's a robo now.
We'll see if he throws up the gates or goes for the forge. He mixes both those in quite a bit based upon what his opponent's doing.
And both are pretty safe.
Yeah, he's pretty darn safe overall. This game he is playing reasonably greedy. He's still on the 1 gate. He's really skimping on stalkers. He's getting more sentries instead. And he's adding those 2 gases really early, which tells us it's going to be most likely a Blink Colossus play.
All right, well, Rain just going to be rallied up here at the entrance of his ramp. The stim is about halfway done, and that will allow the Marines to start to move out here. And he'll apply a little bit of pressure here on the Protoss. It looks like he's just checking for any proxy pylons up here.
Yeah, gotta be safe about that. This is a rather quick Twilight. This Twilight points towards it not being Blink Colossus, but instead maybe like
DTs?
It could possibly be, yeah. It could be really quick. yeah, it could be like a Charge Lot Archon. It could be really quick Storm or something like that. We'll have to see exactly which build he's going to go for. Kind of interesting if he's going to skip out on Colossus today. It's definitely a style that he uses most of the time.
Oh, nice. Gunning down that Observer.
Oh, more Observers on the way. Not a big army here. There's a good chance he's going to be able to trigger that Nexus Cannon. I think right now, Jokji's playing kind of safe. He knows that if he loses a bunch of these units, like if a couple good force fields go down, that would be devastating.
In a lot of trouble, yeah.
Like, with only 2 Raxes, he's not going to be able to get on any aggression. So, 4 gates being added right now, as well as that Templar Archives. A different kind of build coming out of Rain from what he normally does, but a very powerful one.
And Jokji's just returning home here. And so far, Rain, yeah, he's powering pretty hard here. And this does lend itself, yeah, to the charge lot opening. And I think Jokji's just going to have to sit back and turtle up. Now, I don't know if he's going to go for as many drops here. He could, you know, when you go for a charge lot like this, drops are actually pretty effective because you're not as likely to just get your medevac sniped.
Yeah, you know, they both have their ups and downs, right? Like
yeah.
the Colossus, I would say, is a little bit more stable in the early game, but once you get a pretty good economy going, you have Templars all over, some feedbacks can help out, some Storms. Of course, charge lots are going to be strong for warping in defensively as well. So charge on the way, he is getting his Warp Prism. That Psy Storm, halfway done. Thing is, he has enough to hold on until Psy Storm's done, and that's really the important part. Jokji really being aggressive about scanning for observers.
Yeah, really smart there. There's almost always an observer over your army at that part of the map.
Few Zealots going up into the main. Okay, beautifully done.
Nice block there.
And
he's actually going to dump right on here.
Well, we're going to need a Nexus Cannon to go down here for sure. There it is. And he
that's
just
all
gets
he
out.
wanted to do.
Thing is, this bought him all the time he needs. Psy Storm is done. These attacks should not be able to actually accomplish anything. With 2 Psy Storms, I believe he has 2 High Templars out, but with 2 Psy Storms, he's just fine.
Now, we have no 3rd command center here or a 3rd Nexus, so these guys are both staying on 2 base and powering hard, which means this can come down to 1 big attack. Okay, now we have a
really
storm
quick
drop
storm
coming
drop
up here. Yep.
And a quick storm drop is actually quite nice against command center first. Something we've seen more and more in Korea recently.
All right, did he actually get it off?
He's about to.
Here it is!
And that's
nicely
a good one.
Done.
5
nicely
kills.
Done.
Really nicely done, in fact. Now,
cute placement. Oh my God! Rain maybe not paying attention here.
Yeah, that was a big mistake.
Is there any more Templars up there? Look at this.
He should have. I believe he should have another
How
one.
annoying is that?
And we actually got to look at that natural. Okay, he does have a couple High Templars. Kind of annoying, though. I think he actually doesn't have the energy for Storm right now. But, you know, that Templar drop was really effective. 5 SCV kills, very nice. He screwed up with those 2 High Templars. If he hadn't done that, then he'd be in an even better spot than he is now, but he's still doing fine. Thing is, Jokji immediately threw up a Ghost Academy, so he's going to have Ghosts out any second now.
And it looks like Rain wants to expand over here into the center right. With that, a pickup. It looks like he might be dropping into the main. We do have, by the way, a Warp Prism, and it looks like it's going to be going over towards Jokji's main. Not clear if Jokji has adequate defense for that. And actually, we're going to have what looks like a massive drop here in the main from Jokji. So both these guys are going to be hitting hard at each other's hearts right now.
Yeah, we'll see what this Warp Prism can actually do. That is a massive drop. That's a Doom drop right there, Tasteless. In the meantime, it looks like he doesn't have much at home. This could do a lot of damage as well. A few units are running in, though. Looks like maybe it won't do that much. Now, this drop in the main base of Rain, this is a problem.
Now, there is a very few number of pylons actually powering these gates. And if he's going to get the Nexus instead here, I find this move questionable compared to the other options
well,
he was given.
You know what? This is a little bit rough, because although Rain did some economical damage, losing a Nexus is pretty rough. There's only 43 SCVs out, and Rain does have that 3rd Nexus on the way, so that helps to heal that a little bit. But I'm kind of liking Jokji's spot here, where he's getting his ghosts out a little bit more. He's hiccuping the economy of his opponent, and you really need your 3-base economy rolling as Protoss to actually be able to do your tech switches out of your Templars into Colossus, to be able to continually upgrade, to get more and more Zealots.
You know, he is doing what I was talking about earlier, really punishing the Zealot charge build here because the drops are so powerful and effective. And not just with the kiting, but just the fact that the Zealots are not going to get there anywhere near as quickly as they could. Nice storms here, though. Blanket Storms picks up We actually have an attack coming in over here as well.
Pretty well done here as far as defense goes. We'll clean up this drop as well. You know, one thing I do have to hand it to Jogchi for is how many times he's actually scanned to take out observers, because these drops keep coming without Rain knowing. Normally Rain has a ring of observers around, but there's only so many observers you can make when you're stuck on 2 bases worth of gas, because you're trying to make high Templars, you're trying to get your upgrades and all that, and he's basically being caught off guard a little bit. He really needs a better ring of observers to spot everything before it comes.
All right, well, we have the Marines and Marauders kind of balling up over here outside of the third. We don't have our preview PC, so I don't know what the probe count is, but I would...
Well, the probe count is in the top right now. 62
excuse me.
to
I'm still not used to that. Yeah, 62 to 54.
We just added that.
Now, also, you got to keep in mind, he's been scanning a lot, so he hasn't dropped a ton of mules here compared to like a normal TDD we would see.
He's scanning more than...
So he's not going to be mining out as quickly either, which is important to note, because the 4th base for Terran is pretty tricky to take.
Well, right now it looks like Jogchi going to be hitting this space over here. Oh, that's a really nice snipe. Taking out that first
coming up here now. Nice sniping again.
Oh, man, that's
these ghosts are pretty badly bruised, but if he gets that EMP up, I believe he got it off on all those Templars. He did!
Yeah, there's not going to be any storms tonight, Tasteless. And this is a little bit rough.
Now, there might not be enough Cross units. I thought there might be just barely enough, but it looks like
just barely not enough.
You know, there's enough medevacs here healing, and that's going to be a GG. Wow.